Hey, welcome.
Hi, welcome.
Welcome to the Is This Entertainment Podcast.
Featuring your host,
Benjamin M. Owens and
Jacob Aaron.
that Jacob Aaron. Not this Jacob Aaron. That Jacob Aaron.
You're correct. Yeah. Right pronouns. What is it? A pronoun? It's not a pronoun.
No, it's
Our precipical article. Precipical personification. Okay, here. Well, let's Google it. We have a this and that are what types of words? English lesson today. These are pronouns. Determiners and pronouns.
Determiners and pronouns.
Okay. Types of word. Okay. Whatever that is.
Sweet.
Determiner.
Look,
Conjunction. A pronoun or an adverb. Well, hey, it's English. It could be anything.
right?
All right.
Yeah,
This and that. Yeah. It could be whatever you want.
it is.
Assign it. Yeah. You can assign
It's whatever.
this and that to whatever meaning you want to have.
Right.
It
What is
could be this and
what is the Twitter handle? What is the Twitter handle anyway?
Yeah.
Oh man, hey, how you doing?
Hanging in there.
Yeah,
It's been a little rough, but I'm all right.
that's good.
Much sleep these days. Not much sleep.
Yeah,
Back to the grind.
back to the grind, back in the game. No, I get it. Totally get it.
Yeah.
I had to wake up early and do errands. Had to run some errands, and
Good.
coffee's keeping me going.
Responsible. Good to be a responsible adult. Oh shit, where's my coffee? I left my coffee in the other room. I'll be right
All right.
back.
Pause for Jacob getting coffee.
Back to
Back
hot-
to the line. Back to not having the copyright for this. I get it under the time limit there. Like 15 seconds. 15 seconds
For sure, it's 15 seconds before you fucking get the takedown.
Yeah. Pulled the plug on that way early. We're all set.
Everything's fine.
So, what
So,
are we talking about today?
what are you watching this week?
Aside from Ted Lasso, which, waiting on those to drop. And then I believe I've told you about this Only Murders in the Building, right?
Sounds scary, Pop. I don't think you told me about
No, it's on Hulu, which you no longer have, correct?
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm saving up for my quarantine in Thailand.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So,
Binge watch the internet.
perfect. Only Murders in the Building. Right now, they only have 6 episodes out. It drops every Tuesday. And it's Steve Martin, Martin Short, Selena Gomez. And they all live in various condos in this building in New York. Somebody in the building is murdered. And these three people on the night that this happens, turns out all 3 of them realize they're fans of this like true crime podcast. So they're like, let's solve the murder in the building and make a true crime podcast out of it.
So it's kind of like a Clue meets Joe Rogan or something. I don't know.
I would say Clue meets Serial.
Okay.
Yeah. If you remember that podcast from way back
Right.
when.
Oh, yeah.
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 So yeah, it's very good. Very good. Yeah. Like Steve Martin Short, like don't get me wrong, they're like their bread and butter is like whacked out characters, but these are like whacked out characters that also seem very grounded. So it's not just like full all over the placeness.
It's not cartoonish.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
you can definitely feel that these are real people.
When does The Vow season 2 come out?
HBO, get it together.
Yeah, should be any day now. That's already, all that stuff's wrapped up, right?
Yeah.
Is there a season 2 of The Vow? First teaser that will premiere. Well, that's good to know.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
It does exist.
So speaking of religion, here's another show that I've been watching this week. Now, you're not a horror fan, right? You don't
No.
like the
I
scary
don't like to be scared. I'm already scared enough. Like I
Right.
feel the dystopia that we're in is too much for me.
Gotcha.
And I'm ready for rainbows and unicorns and Care Bears.
This show is not that.
Oh, okay.
It
I
is.
just want happy things.
Yeah. Yeah. Then Ted Lasso. I mean, that would involve you getting the Apple Plus. So,
All right. I might do it.
but it's so good. Also, Mythic Quest is also on Apple Plus, and it is a positive show.
Mythic Quest.
Mythic Quest. It's about a group of people that run a open world multiplayer game, like World of Warcraft type
They
thing.
run the game or they play the game?
They run the game. Like they design, and the whole first season is about like an expansion pack that they're implementing into this game.
Oh, that sounds really...
It's good. It's good. But this show on Netflix
today, we're at work. I used to do a show about me at work. Hey, we're going to be at work.
Well, it's like all the different, like you've got the guy who's like the CEO, who's like supposed to be like the inspirational guy, but he's also like, a little too into himself. And then you've got the guy who's like the business side of things, who's just like a complete kind of beta. He gets walked over by everybody. You've got the creative department, who's this like old theatrical actor who comes up with storylines. And there's just a lot of fun, like workplace dynamics mixed with, it's a good show. It's a good show. Highly recommend. But the show that I initially brought up, the scary one, it's not that scary. It's not like when I saw The Ring. No, I don't need to watch that ever again. Or like those Conjuring movies, or even like going back to like our childhood. Like I don't need to revisit any of the Freddy's or the 13s or the Halloweens. None of that has really any appeal for me. But Midnight Mass on Netflix is fantastic. Let me walk you through it. You can't.
Walk me through it. Let
me walk you through it. There's some people who all live in an island or on an island. I don't know if it's in the Pacific Northwest or the Atlantic Northeast. I don't know if it's Maine, Alaska, Portland. I don't know where these people are.
It's probably a made up island, anyway.
Probably. Yeah. But basically there's 125 people who live on this island, and there's a ferry boat that comes in the morning, ferry boat that comes in the afternoon or early evening, and that's it. And basically everybody on this island is fisher people and their families. And it's one of those things where, like, several years ago, the island had plenty of fisher people and everybody was doing great, but they've fallen on hard times and more people have moved away. And the story basically, on the first day of the episode, the old man priest went on like a 2-week sabbatical for the tiny church on this island. And on the day that he's supposed to come back, some new young priest is there, and some creepy things start to happen. And I'll leave it at that.
So it's like the young Morpheus just shows up. Is it like the same guy but younger?
It's just like it's
another guy from the seminary.
Yeah, like basically like he's like the diocese was like, we didn't realize how bad off this old priest was, so we're going to send you a young guy while he, gets better. But we all know he's not going to, he's too old and he's dementiaed out. So it's like, we all know, Father Pruitt's not coming back.
Don't think I can handle it. I don't think I can do it. It sounds really creepy. I mean, for the listeners, if you're into creepy stuff,
right? Like if you're into creepy, it's but it's it's Mike Flanagan, and he did the Dr. Sleep movie. He did the Haunting of Hill House TV show.
All of these things are things that I just avoid. Not going to do that.
That's totally fair. And the horror genre is not really my jam either. That's not really something that I like gravitate toward. But my wife loves it, so I end up watching these shows, and then But I like Mike Flanagan because this whole series is like 8 episodes, 7 episodes, something like that. So there might be 4 jump scares, like full blown, like in the whole thing. And then the rest is just like slow burn, a lot of slow burn. It's a mood. The whole show is a mood.
It's a mood.
It's a mood. And I understand that's a mood that you don't want to be in.
It's a mood. I'm in like hell Matrix world right now. So in my head, at least. And I'm ready to get out. I'm ready.
Hey, man, you are October, November. You are months away from the sandy beaches. Months away. Well, then you got to quarantine for a little bit, and then the sandy beach.
Yeah, they're trimming back the quarantine time. That makes me happy. Should be able to.
That's fantastic. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Ah, Lord. What are we talking about?
I'm just gonna keep bringing up things that aren't the show that we're supposed to talk about today. So you gonna watch that Venom movie, Venom 2?
Oh yeah. I heard he comes out of the closet
like this week or something.
No. The
What?
symbiote comes out.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know that the alien would be constricted by our binary sexual terms.
Oh, you can't say, but well, yeah, you can say
or
binary.
poly terms or whatever. I don't know.
Human terms. Yeah, I'm sure it's
Yeah.
new. It's a new way of relations. So they had to, as if there weren't enough ways or terms. I think they came up with a new one for this show. So that's really exciting.
Well, I think it's more so of just, you get to play with the odd couple dynamic. You get to play with the odd couple dynamic of of the two of them living in the same body.
What it's like being controlled by an alien entity that's also into you. Yeah, that's not weird and creepy at all.
I mean, I haven't seen the movie yet, so I don't know how into him he is. Seems like he was in the first movie, he was into, what's her name? Why can't I remember?
Right.
What is her name?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. The first one was good, so I'm looking forward to this one and seeing Carnage. That looks cool.
Directed by Andy Serkis. I think that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, the guy's obviously super talented. I mean, he knows what he's doing. Let's get into this visions. Get this over with. Let's get into these.
Yeah, let's get this over with. Michelle Williams. Gosh, could not think of her name. Saved my life. She was great in Fosse Verdon. Did you watch Fosse Verdon?
No.
Oh, that one's on Hulu too. Damn.
Word.
Damn.
Michelle Williams is one of those actresses where you hear her name a lot, but I never registered why. I don't get what big deal is about her.
She's an actress. She was on the Dawson's Creek. I remember, I never watched that show, but I remember
I sat
character dying.
And I tell you, I sat in front of Dawson and go see Swan Lake on Broadway. My ex-girlfriend. Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. She was like, "Oh my God, this stuff." Yeah. I was like, okay, well, I turned around. I was like, yeah, there he was with some girl on a date. I was like,
yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
He's human.
Yeah. Just going to watch a show. Just going to watch a show on Broadway. I think it was Swan Lake. It might have been the other show we saw, which was Lion King. It was probably Lion King.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, it was one of the two. And it was there. Yeah. I just looked at him at one time. That was it. I don't know. I'm not starstruck.
Describe his sexual energy. Palpable? I don't think so. That's not the vibe I'm getting from your face right now.
Maybe. I mean, I was young, so that's not something that would have been on my radar. I was young and dumb.
Right.
Fluoridated. So I don't know how aware I was of anything.
Mm-hmm.
He's a handsome guy,
Yeah.
And he looks even more handsome with the girl he had next to him,
Definitely.
Yeah.
I tell you, I at the concert arena that I worked at, I walked past John Mayer in the hallway. I'll tell you what, that's a handsome fella.
Oh yeah.
Handsome fella.
A lot going on.
Hell of a guitar player too.
Oh man. I got to get some lessons or something. I got to brush up my guitar. I don't know why I suck so bad.
Man, just pull up some YouTube videos. That's fun. Pull up some YouTube videos and just be like, oh, here's a song I'd like to play.
I just want to learn this. You know what I want to learn is that Stone Sour song. If I gave it.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah. It gives me chills every time I hear it. I'm like, oh my God, this guy's dying. He's emoting so much.
Yeah.
He's emoting. That guy's pretty talented.
Just laying it all out.
He's pretty talented, but he's also in the club as well. I notice these things. He wears an apron.
Apron?
Yeah, he's seen it. Seen it.
Hey, can't unsee it.
Can't? Once you've seen it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, hey,
Don't,
you wanna lay down some mortar? You wanna
you
wanna you wanna work on some of these stones with
lay
us?
some brick. You know,
We got some stones. We're gonna put them. Oh no, they don't do any of the bricklaying.
I mean,
themselves?
supposedly they made them, but there's like not enough time during that period. And like, it was like Wild West time. So like, how could they have made those buildings? I don't know what.
Yeah, let's start with some Star Wars Vision.
We had a little glitch. We're back.
Yeah.
Star Wars Visions.
Star Wars Visions. What's your take so far? Okay, well, before that, I've watched 3 episodes. How many have you watched?
4.
4. Okay.
Yeah.
And there's what, like 10 total?
I don't know.
I'm checking it out right now.
20, 50.
Disney Plus is loading. Visions. No, do not resume. Episodes.
Do not.
9. 9 episodes.
9 episodes. I'll tell you what, this first one, I don't know if this is the guy, because that lightsaber looks different. Hold on. This one, for sure. There we go.
Yeah, he looks like a guy.
That was pretty awesome.
Dude, that was fantastic. One, the animation was fantastic. It was all black and white minus the red lightsabers.
Or any of the lights. All the lights were colored, which was cool.
Oh, right.
Yeah, like the street lamps and stuff like that were all colors.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it had that DaVinci Resolve film grain effect.
Right. And
Yeah. Old film
yeah.
effect.
Had that definitely like that Western mix.
It had,
Seven Samurai kind of vibe.
Yeah. It had everything going for it. It was definitely Japanese in nature, with the samurai and the actual samurai sword, a samurai lightsaber, which was cool. And the show's taken some creative license.
Oh yeah.
With the canon and the rules of the universe, they're being stretched a little bit.
Right. So this is what we're referencing is episode 3, where
she has like 6 lightsabers and they stretch around.
Right. They kind of behave like whips a little bit.
Definitely some creative license there being taken. And the thing about the show is it's not canon, right? So it's just, hey, animation studio, you want to make a Star Wars? Right. Do whatever you want, but don't
you get to make one singular Star Wars?
Yeah.
Yeah. You get to make one Star Wars.
Make a Star Wars. So that happens. And
I tell you,
that bugged me a little bit. The wrapping, I was like,
I mean, there's like, at this point, we've seen, the regular lightsaber. Then there's the dual lightsaber with what's his name, and then with Darth Maul, and then,
this
who just had that like curved hilt.
The thing she had was akin to Grievous's, Furley having a bunch.
Yeah, it was like, I feel like they tried to explain it away in like the suit that has the X amount of power.
Kyber crystal suit.
Right.
It was just a stretch for me, this one.
Yeah.
It was like a little much. And an R duo. Yeah.
Something about the phrasing, and I don't know if it's because it was written in Japanese and then translated or what, but one of the things that I associate with anime is the speech patterns, the way that, especially this character, I don't remember his name, but the brother of the twins in the 3rd episode, there's certain phrases that you expect to hear in every Star Wars. I've got a bad feeling about this. Fulfill your destiny. There's going to be like occasionally those. And I feel like this had, like, so far these have had that here and there peppered in, but then they also have like these like anime isms that I feel like, belong on, Nick Jr. circa 1990 or 1993 show, also, these people are wearing, the twins are wearing these dark, evil costumes, and then all of a sudden their helmets come off and they're like these blonde hair, blue-eyed, gorgeous people. You're like, nope.
What are you trying to say there? Yeah.
Right. But then in that first episode, you've got the Sith lady who I thought was like, is this Asajj Ventress? It sounded enough like her.
Yeah. I feel like that.
Right. So then, but then helmet thing comes off and she's got like crazy hair and all that stuff.
I really enjoyed that first one. I mean, the first one was just a perfect little story, all tied up in a nice little bow, you know?
Oh, 100%.
And the second one was a bunch of fun. We didn't talk about that one, but with all the kids and the music.
Yeah.
Just sort of reminded me of playing in the band, you know, how much fun that was.
Right. This was just a silly, like, rock music can save the world.
It was fun, though. It was uplifting. Like, I was happy. I was like, oh, you know?
Yeah. Again, this is another thing that I like would fully expect to see on Nickelodeon 1991, 1987, something along those lines.
Yeah. Yeah. It was definitely very simple looking animation and fun. Although there was some complex, like 3D stuff and tools.
Oh, yeah. The animation is spectacular. Yeah. And the animation is like leaps and bounds better than, you know, Nick Jr.
Yeah. Yeah.
But as far as like storylines and premises, tropes.
Yeah. 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 And how can a Hutt speak English? Like, that's a thing now, apparently. So, I mean, yeah, they're all,
well,
it feels
we had Southern accent Hutt in the Clone Wars.
Oh, there was? Okay.
Yeah. That first
feels like,
that was like the very first episode or whatever.
This whole thing to me just feels like they're throwing, you know what, at the wall and just trying to figure out which ones they enjoy. And then like, maybe they'll take some aspects of those stories and make something out of it later. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's more of just like hey, we've got these like, you know, these 9 different studios. Hey, go do something. You know, it doesn't have to fit into
it's a
anything.
good way to test out all of these ideas.
Oh, definitely. And they can look at the streaming versus the streaming of something else. Yeah,
exactly. If something really sticks or resonates, like they can take one of those characters and bring them into the canon universe. You know,
definitely.
If something works, but you know, otherwise, like, I mean, it's fun to watch Star Warsy stuff. I mean, we're not getting anything until December. So, I mean, that's fun. There's something, you know, it's just, I wish there was more. When 7, 8, 9 were announced, we were getting all these Star Wars stories and all this stuff. And we got some of it, but we were supposed to have that show with the other guy.
Cassian Andor
show.
Yeah.
Which nobody asked for, but I mean, hey,
we want like a Han Solo type, but then we tried the Solo movie and it sucked. So try something else similar.
Honestly, I didn't mind the Solo movie. It just felt like he wasn't really Solo.
Yeah, it felt forced.
Yeah,
it was good. Like, I would love to watch 2 and 3 to figure out, you know, because Kira was the interesting part, I guess.
Yeah,
for me.
Yeah. I'd love to watch the Kira and the Maul show. Yeah,
right. Interesting thing about this Visions is, man, some of the voice cast that they got so far has been spectacular. That first episode had Lucy Liu. Oh. She was the person that I thought was Asajj Ventress.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then that second one, the kid was voiced by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and the Hutt was Bobby Moynihan. Fantastic.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then the siblings in this one was somebody else too. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
2 guys doing stuff.
Yeah. Neil Patrick Harris and Allison Brie.
Oh, wow. Okay. Hey.
Right?
It seems a little overkill for something like this, you know, just animation shorts, but hey, you know,
take it.
There's not much work with all the lockdowns and stuff. I don't know.
Right. That's going over there in California right now, but
you know, over here, it seems like everything's kind of back to normal. I don't know. From where you stand, does it feel that way?
I mean, yes and no. You know, I went to the dealership to get my car serviced this morning. And I might have been the only person wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Out of the whole spot. But I also like, they've got this like really nice setup over off to the corner where they've got like little stools and like a little workplace. So I just like set up my laptop and like did a little bit of whatever. And then, so I wasn't in like the nice couched area where you can like watch whatever's on, you know, ABC, NBC or whatever, and just like watch The View.
Right.
You know, I don't want to do that. I'd rather, you know, watch something else. So I just pulled out my laptop and nobody really bothers me in the corner. So yeah. So I don't know, but working at the bar, people are still wearing masks, but people are still coming out, and then, obviously like Louder Than Life was huge this weekend.
Yeah. You didn't go though, right?
No.
Yeah.
I would like to see Metallica at some point. That would be cool, but just not at a place right now to do that. Especially not in like a outdoor festival scenario. It's like too many variables.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm talking about like the general atmosphere of like the outdoor festival, like, elevated ticket price with these things that, you have like Mailbird,
potential mud,
where there was like no water. They were like, the only water you can buy is beer. That's everything that's left. And there's no food, like you have those kind of like where they can like, and especially with like how the supply chain is right now in general, like, some things are just harder to get a hold of. So yeah. So I don't think that's the scenario with which I would go see Metallica. I think I would just like go see them like a one-off where they're, on tour and just see them at a normal show.
Yeah. I'm surprised they're still playing. I mean, honestly, like don't you just retire at some point? Like you got millions, you got all these royalties coming in. Like,
I don't know, man. At this point, it's probably easier just to keep doing it, do a couple of summer shows, put out an album every 3 to 5 years.
I'm just saying it could be exhausting to keep doing the same thing over and over, playing the same songs, but like, then again, it could be freaking amazing. You know what I mean? So
right.
I don't know. Like I enjoyed playing our same 12 songs over and over, so.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't listened to a whole lot of their new stuff, but if they're like, all right, we're going to play 3 songs from the Saint Anger album tonight, that'll mix it up. But they're also not like a jam band. It's not like they're going to take like a, 20-minute ride on, Enter Sandman. Although, some of their songs are, they do have longer, like Master Puppets is a long song.
Yeah.
Did I just
3-minute intros before you get to
right?
Yeah. Speaking of which, we have a whole episode on Metallica, ever to be released.
Yeah. Sign up for our Patreon. And you'll get to hear the Metallica.
I think someone actually sent me $30. I don't know. Cash App. I didn't recognize the name. So thank you. Whoever's $30. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I appreciate that. That will go toward the website renewal. Yeah.
Nice.
And the $7.50 every month for this. Whatever else I pay for. Descript. What else?
So Visions. Any final thoughts? Are you gonna watch the rest? You're gonna watch the back 5?
Oh, here. Here, if you want to Cash App me.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, let's put this up. Here, we'll just put a banner up. Yeah. Boom. What happens? Oh, that looks real classy right there.
That is pretty. That's real pretty.
Come on. Can I change the color? That looks
next time.
Next time. All right. Yeah, just Cash App right there. Yeah. What else?
So Visions. You gonna watch the back 5 because you've seen the first 4?
Yeah,
they're only 15 minutes. That is another plus. Like I don't have to be hella invested.
Yeah, I could just watch like 2 or 3 at a time.
Yeah.
But next week we'll talk about
the new Drake album.
Started from the bottom. Now we're there.
Now we're that.
Now we're this.
Yeah.
We got one. We got comedy skills.
Right?
We can come full circle.
Yeah. Let's see. We got
that's some podcasting skills. You just got to listen to the whole thing.
It'll come back around.
One joke. Be worth it. It's like the Norm Macdonald cough joke.
Norm Macdonald's brilliant.
Do you remember that joke?
Which one?
The moth joke?
No.
So there's a moth and he goes into the doctor's office and he talks about all these problems.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And he's talking forever. He's like, I got these problems at work. I got a problem with my wife's. And the doctor's like, yeah. I was like, that sounds really tough. There's a lot of problems. We're like, what did you come in here for? The light was on.
Classic Norm. Classic Norm.
Great.
I literally went on like a wormhole of just watching nothing but him on like Conan.
Yep. That's what I was saying. It was him on Conan.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Fantastic. Just fantastic.
Yeah. Conan's like, how long is this show?
Unique perspective. Norm Macdonald.
He was, I don't know what they call it. Based?
I don't know.
Is that what they call it? I don't know.
Based?
I don't know. He was real. It was real.
He was real. He was the real thing. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was something else. Yeah. Yeah. He kept writing jokes. That's the great thing about it. Like he just kept writing jokes.
Yeah.
That's what his podcast was. Like he would write jokes for other people to read on his podcast. It just kept going.
It's fantastic. I need to listen to his podcast.
Yeah.
I watched like a couple of clips, but that was about it.
Good stuff. And he wrote for, I think, the Roseanne show, the Connors, whatever.
Interesting.
Or helped, like whatever.
Right. Punch Up.
One of the writers. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So
script
that's
doctor.
Yeah.
Joke adder.
Joke inserter.
Yep.
Joke thisser, thatter.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what we're going to do. Next week, we'll talk about The Vow season 2.
Ooh. Is that your way of saying it? Like speaking it into existence? Yeah.
I'm signing up for HBO Max right now since it's half price.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, you got to get in before Dune.
Yeah.
Dune comes out October like 22nd. You haven't by chance watched, and this is also in that like not great, probably not up your alley, but Squid Game. I watched the preview for it.
I've heard about this.
And it looks real kind of Hunger Gamesy.
It is like Hunger Games on steroids, from what I understand.
Right.
It looks really terrifying. It's a social dilemma type horror film, and I don't want to watch it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to sit that one out too.
It's too real creepy. Yeah. It's a big deal right now. It's kind of viral.
Yeah, people are digging it.
I can't. I don't understand why they keep putting shows out like this. It's like, for all of this reality. Stop. Just stop doing this. Just make it all stop then. I'm done. Yeah. And thanks for listening. I guess that was a podcast.
Hey, appreciate you.
Yeah. And, if you get real bored, and you got some extra cash laying around for some reason. Yeah.
Hit that money sign chromatic 1.
Yeah. That's it. Hit the cash app. Money sign.
That's right.
Chromatic. The number 1.
Let's keep this website afloat.
Yeah. Because I had to freaking renew it. It's been fun. And it's funny. Like I talk to people at work all the time. They're laughing. I'm making them smile. I'm like, if you think I'm funny, I got a podcast. They're like, oh, that's great. And they don't ask me what it is or nothing.
Oh, that's good for you. No further questions.
No further questions, please. Oh, that's great. Oh, you're hilarious.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, cool. I'd love to check that out. Don't tell me.
Don't tell me what it
is. I'll find it organically.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll just see it in my feed. Yeah.
Yep.
What the?
So
if you enjoyed the podcast, do you feel like somebody else should know about it?
Tell somebody.
It's just on you. It's on you at this point. I can't. Yeah. So we'll just keep going because this is fun for us.
Right. There's nothing aside from the cost of the website and, the software. Aside from that, there's really no hurdles. So
anybody can do this.
We can keep doing it.
Let us know what yours is. We can be a guest on your podcast.
And tell us what your hurdles are.
We could do 1 joke per hour on your podcast.
Yeah. Definitely. We'll front load it. You'll hear the joke and then
right at the beginning. Yeah. Keep them booked for 5 minutes.
That's right. Yeah. You can get more content like this in an hour.
Right. Go to the next episode.
1 hour from now.
Yeah. It's been fun. It's been fun, man. And until next time.
Bye.
Thanks, Ben.
Thank you, man.